Yo, what's up, Alex? It's Alex. Ask me something. It's me, Godzilla. Oh shit, yeah. Yeah, on my Patreon, right? Godzilla. I'm gonna mail it out tomorrow. Let me, Memorial Day and all that. Yeah. Yeah, so I figured I would go on here. Do a little live with you today. Because y'all weren't feeling my my Sunday one, right? You guys are like, yo, what the fuck is this? I was fucking around. I found a chunk of clay in my son's room. Like I said, we switched rooms, and it was sitting here. I told him to leave it here, so I started fucking with it. And I made that Nosferatu. Got right here. I actually did put the ears on them. You guys were telling me about putting the ears on them. I'll show you. See, when I was fucking around, I actually did put little ears on them. Look. Yeah, this is out of monster clay. It's like an oil clay. Yeah. It's like it won't ever dry. It's just, I'll mash it up and make another one. But I have, well, my son showed me, since I had so much fun with this, let me put it back before I could put it right here, right? I have it looking at you guys all day. One, two. I have a big thing of, it's like a water-based clay, earth clay. Like I said, this is an oil-based clay. This never really dries. But the clay I have in there, it's like, it's from the earth. It's like a terracotta almost. Have a couple pounds of it now. I was thinking back when I was making that clay thing on my channel there. I was thinking of Mark Kerwin, a friend of mine. He's dead now. He died around like a month or two after Chucky had passed away. I remember he was put videos on with him riddling like a little piece of wood. He'd turn into like little elves and leprechauns and shit like that. Real cool shit. But I used to fuck around with clay, not necessarily making things out of clay, but I used to help fetch clay, like in Jamaica. I used to take a lot of mushrooms and sit there, big chunks of clay, and just mounding on it. Down in Jamaica, when I was down in the West Indies, these guys would actually fill up the back of their truck with buckets full of clay that they'd pull out the earth. And then they would go and make these little statues, like of Rastas and stuff like that, and they would sell them to tourists. And the funniest thing is when this shit completely dries, it cracks apart. It's like mud. And they paint it and shit. They ain't give a fuck because people got to put it in their suitcase and go back to London, Italy, anywhere, Europe, America, and the thing will fall apart in a couple of months. But yes, I used to fuck around with a little bit of clay. I had fun making that thing. Yeah. What else we got here? It's me, Godzilla. JP, what up, RD? Damn dope. Heavy Metal is a great movie. Yeah, I was putting this shirt on. I had the same shirt on when I was making the clay thing. And I thought, you guys are going to think I'm a bum or something. So I put this shirt on. And my son's like, yo, that's a classic. He's like, you think anyone's going to catch on to it? And I was like, they're probably going to think it's heavy metal, meaning heavy metal rock and roll. But who figured out the shirt? JI1650 star 23. Heavy Metal is a great movie. Yeah, also a good magazine. Remember that? The illustration? Yeah. That was some wild shit, Heavy Metal. That movie, I saw that movie when it was in theaters. I snuck into that shit like 3 or 4 times. Actually, when D3 was here, I was like, yo, you remember that? Because I went, once it was like Pugsley, from Wagner, Pugsley, Andrew, Frank Shambell, I think Rauscher was there. I was there. Meth. Oh, there was like 12 of us, and we all chipped in like 50 cents, 75 cents. Yeah, got together one ticket. I went through. It's not even a movie theater now. It might still be actually 73rd, no, 71st and 3rd Avenue. And you go down the stairs. So I popped the emergency exit. And they all came in, sat there watching the movie and shit. I did that so many times. Said this movie. Also American Pop. I've seen American Pop a lot in the movie theater too. I'd go there, just cut out of school and go sneak in and shit like that. What else do we got here? Art school. If you could only do one kind of art, what would it be? If I could only do one kind of art, what would it be? Wow. That's a fucking good one, man. You got me on that shit. Definitely wouldn't be sculpturing. Probably oil painting, stuff like that. Painting on canvases. Yeah, even it's funny, but I don't even do that. Like if I paint something, I normally paint on a street sign. You know, like you see, like Wolverine. There, see. I don't like painting on canvas, but I do like painting on canvas. It's kind of weird. I just don't like keeping it, I guess would be the term. All right, so if I could name it, yeah, probably just painting in general with a brush. I'd like to continue. Pencil also, sketching. I like pencil sketching a lot too. Yeah, it's a hard one, man. That's a fucking question. Can I get back to you on that? That's a good one, man. Remind me about that. I need time to think about that one. You know, I'm on here live and shit, smoking weed and whatnot. You guys are hitting me with fucking the purpose of life type shit. Anyway, where we at? Yeah, laugh my head. Yeah, but that is going laugh. All right, so now we're up to Darren. I left my ass off. What's your thoughts on Map 36? Love watching him go over JA and go. LOL. Yeah, we were talking about that too on my live. Yeah, I've seen him up. What more can I say? I've seen him up. What are you actually, that guy, Map? Every damn podcast you got. Oh, what about Map? What about Map? I've seen him up. I do not know the man. I never met the man. What more can I say? Sammy D3 was saying, yeah, wow, Matt gets up a lot. And he does. What more can I say? Yes, again, Matt, yeah, he gets up a lot. All right, so now where? All right, that's my thoughts on Map, and that's by Darren. All right, JP, RD, you remember the writers from Humanities High School, Wild and Pobe? And no, I don't. Like, I know Wild, which is Will, from up around Throg's Neck. I used to hang out with him a lot. I did a lot of graffiti with him. I did that abandoned station Interval when it burned down in the 1980s. I did that with him. I did the hillside bedding in the Bronx. I did that rooftop with him too, probably about 88. Yeah, 1988 or something. The same with that abandoned station on the elevator platform on the 5. With Form, I was also there with Form, Mike 173. Yeah, but I believe you're talking about a different Wild. And as far as it goes with Pobe, puffing on blunts every day or some shit like that. If it's the same one, he's dead now. No, don't know him. All right. So that's that for that, JP. Don't know those guys. I know people that know Pobe or knew him. If it's the same guy, he's dead. He passed away. All right. I guess rest in peace, Pobe. All right. JI1 650 2020. All right. Awesome. Hell yeah. All right, AC. You've linked your live feed up to battle the Miami Heat
versus Boston Celtics in a Game 7 winner-take-all battle to be in the NBA Finals. You have balls, my brother.
I just don't know about sports. That's funny shit. I honestly have no idea about sports. I don't follow any sports. I never threw a ball through a hoop, never hit a ball with a bat, never used a tennis racket or nothing. Yeah, graffiti. Sorry.
But I didn't know that. That's funny. That's definitely funny. All right. Art School, sick. JI1 650 star 23. AC, I'm watching it too. I'm sorry, I fucked you guys' game up, man. I could go. I mean, I know when I'm not wanted. I could take a fucking hit here. God damn. Wait, you want me to put the ball game on? And we could just have it on in the background, right? Then you just all come on there clicking. I can sit there talking about the game like I know what I'm talking about. Hey, yo, what's good? That's from Toke 717. Anxiety offline FB sup RD. Anxiety offline. What you think about Dessa 2?
I don't know. I never heard of it. I see Dessa, just Dessa up, but not with a 2 after it.
All right, Darren Raphael shows, yeah, no, people have strong feelings about Map. Have a lot to say about him. Figure you did as well.
No, I don't know the man. I do know he crosses out JA a lot. I didn't even know he crossed goal out, to be truthful with you. I don't see him up like that. Like Sammy says he sees him up, but Sammy lives up more towards Harlem than I do, you know? So, I don't know. I saw him up a lot more, maybe 6 years ago, 5 years ago, to the best of my knowledge. I do see him up. I see new little tags here and there and stuff. I don't know the guy or anything. That's what I'm saying. But what do I think about him? I see him up. It's nothing spectacular from what I see. I mean, yeah, he's up. He's up a lot more once upon a time. All right, so that's it about Matt. How do I personally feel about the man? I got no ill will towards him. I got no problems with him. Never did me wrong. I got no problems. All right, so there you go with Map, okay? 10 minutes later, oh, what do you think about Map? Fuck you guys. Hey, JP, wow, did you know Little Pope dies? Wow, RIP. If it's the same Pope, guys, from this neighborhood.
Bay died too, just Bay. You go to any type of art school?
Have I ever went to an art school? No.
All right. You have any RTW stories, RD?
I do, not necessarily involving me per se,
but I do. All right. Anxiety, LOL. Anxiety offline. Dessa the million. So. Dessa the million. So.
Dessa. Not Dessa 2. Yeah, Dessa. Yeah, I see one.
All right. JP, you ever meet Clark? Fly ID.
I don't know. I honestly don't know that one. I might have. I met Carl Weston. I don't know about that guy. Might be even the same guy. I don't know.
All right, what else we got? Our STEM.
See, now I met different stems compared to the stems you're talking about. Like Stem and Papo from the 2s and 5s. Real stem from the subway lines.
All right. So I don't know STEM, whatever STEM you're talking about. You're probably talking about Your Neighbor Next, which he does nice pieces, right? The same guy. But yeah, that's a different STEM than the STEM I know or met. Anxiety offline FB. You ever get to bang claw money? LOL. No, that's no, not my style. All right. PE Joshi RD. What about all the white boys who took over MSD crew? Honestly, I don't know anything about MSD. I never even heard of that shit. MSD crew. I never heard of that shit. I don't know what you're talking about. Is that New York City shit, man? MSD? Nah, never heard of MSD. I heard of MSK, um, MOD. Um, yeah, never heard of it. Maybe it's a keyboard error or something. All right. It paid sec. I don't get it. From PE Joshi, it paid sec. All right, of STEM, it pays sec. I don't get it. All right, anxiety offline, laugh my ass off. All right, you ever post stickers? What do you mean post stickers? Do I ever put stickers up in the street or post stickers? I posted my stickers on Patreon. I just gave away a pack. I still have them here. I'm actually going to mail them out tomorrow on my Patreon. I do that just to show my thankfulness. Here's the pack right here. Matter of fact, the guy that won this, I think he's on there. He was before. He told me he won it. See? There's a whole pack. I just gave it away on Patreon. I do a couple of giveaways like this a month, you know? Not just with stickers. I got other things lined up too. I'll show you also. But this, you know, if you're still on there, this is going out tomorrow. Post office, you know, Monday. Fucked up. So, holiday and all that shit. There's some other things. These are just some outlines shit I draw at work and stuff. I thought there was more than that, but you see, like, you got this thing here. These are more things I'm gonna. This is just a ballpoint pen. I think I used a light blue highlighter around the back of it. But just things like this, I'm gonna be giving away a little piece of paper like this on my Patreon. Eventually, when I get more followers on that, I'll give away that Revs book, and I'll start giving away canvases and shit like that too. But yeah, like this will be going probably next, I don't know, a week or two. I have more up here. I just don't know. This is just what I grabbed, but I think this looks kind of weird. I might not get rid of it. I might throw that shit out. But, you know, I was just trying to show someone like 3D. And I wind up coloring it in a little bit. Some markers I have laying around. But all this shit, yeah. I'm going to be giving it away. I know I have more, man. I had a whole mess of that shit because I'm planning on, you know, I'm trying to get it all together so I know what I have so I can show people, you know. What they do is on my Patreon, I post it and I say the first person to say I'd like to have that, or I'll take that, or give it to me, or whatever the fuck term you want to use. I mail it to them free of charge. Where we at here? So is that what you mean? Post stickers? Or post stickers meaning post stickers, like put stickers up? And I did my little thing for a little while. I don't know. People are ripping them down. I think people like them. They want to collect them and stuff like that. But it don't look like they were, like it was the city that was ripping them down. I was kind of crafty. I also realized they don't last. After a couple of weeks, they fall off on their own. So no, not with the postal stickers and shit like that. I fucked around with stickers, yeah. I wasn't out there night and day like some of these other fucking people. I wasn't like Coleman, the GAC guys. The boys put it in, yeah. I never seen some Chino BYI stickers up recently, yeah. I mean, not to go getting people in trouble or nothing, but yeah, recent ones. Like around Madison Square Garden area, yeah. Yeah, they're up real high too. The motherfuckers like 100 feet tall and shit. You ever meet TK Kai? I met TK, yes. I met TK TNR, yes. I met him. Almost had a fight with him, but he didn't want to fight. I want to see you peace battle cope. All right, from JP, I want to see you peace battle cope too. I don't want to have nothing to do with that dude. Like I said, I got no hard feeling, no ill feelings to him, but I just don't want to move in the same circle as him. I'm allowed to do that, no? Isn't that my free right? Where can we buy your stickers? You can't. I mean, to be truthful with you, when I used to sell a lot of artwork, especially on eBay, hold on, I got some fucking clay in my eye. When I was selling my shit on eBay, and I'd fall behind or something like that, and like the amount of time to ship it out, I'd throw in a bunch of extra stickers or something, just to keep people happy. And it got to the point where every single shipment, not that they were all late, but it just seemed to be a nice thing to do. So every single thing that I was mailing out, I was throwing stickers in it. And you could go on eBay, and there are people out there that are selling them, but most of these people are from France and shit like that. That I mailed out stickers along with things that they have purchased off me. And yeah, other than that, my Patreon, go on my Patreon. I give them away on there to members. I give them away. I got boxes of stickers, blank ones. I even got ones from the the fuck year was that? I showed them from 1996, the blue top label top ones. Hold on a second. Yeah. Like these. I got a bunch of these, but blank. I got one of them with a blockbuster. I mean, I got like 40 or 50 of these kind of stickers. See, 1996, July. Vintage shit. You want to see some cool shit? Let's see what I got here. I'm just shoved it through. Like I said, I really hate to keep paper, man. Let's see some old subway maps. Ah, shit. Here's a good one. Yeah, man. Yeah. King Kong Ken. Look at that. King Kong Ken. RD357. A big old Ken. Yeah. From out in Astoria. King Kong Ken. ERC crew. Everyone rock Chrissy. Yeah, look at this. Can you read that one? What's that should say, huh? That's like a weird silver ink, man. Oh, look at that one. Ken Bubble Letter style. He used to kill the double R trains with those. Who remembers seeing that on the double R's? King Kong Ken. Lace 357. That's a hot one. There's another lace, I could tell, because that's weird silver ink. Lace. Got 5 on it. Got 5 on it. I don't think these got anything on them. Yes, let's see what questions we got here. What other shit do I got? I got all types of shit. That would be here all day with that. All right, so where did we leave off? All right. MSD crew, like I said, I don't know. I honestly never heard of that crew. It paid sex. I online laughed my ass off. Art school, you ever post stickers? We just went through that. And I gotta be more specific. JP, you ever met Dr. Sex? No, I have not met Dr. Sex. I do like some of the stuff he's done. Art school, nice. Yeah, definitely nice, right? PE, I'm sorry, I'm just trying to catch up to you guys because I was showing off these maps. So I'm going a little quick, but keep with me. PE, you ever met TK? Guys, I told you, yes, I met TK. We were actually about to fight, but he refused. Those are fire, anxiety, offline, FB. JP, I want to see a peace battle between Cope 2. I explained I really don't want to have nothing to do with that guy. All right, Art School, where can we buy your stickers? You got to become a member of my Patreon. And we just went through the whole big song and dance here. I give them away on Patreon. I do that once or twice a month to show my thanks. And like I said, I'll be giving away maps and these other sketches and drawings and even T-shirts that I hand design on my Patreon. All right, got through that. All right, where can we buy your stickers? All right, now here we go. Here's some new ones. Sin, no doubt. Don't wait for more people. I'm trying to get that book. Yeah, that's Sin. Yeah, but I'm not going to give away that Rev's book on my Patreon until I have followers. I mean, that would be stupid of me. I'm nice and I'm gracious and I'm very thankful for my followers. But that book, it's worth a lot of money. I just don't keep books, man. I have a very small apartment, man. I believe it's just going to get damaged here. I just like with my Art of Getting Over book. I got rid of that shit for like $20 or something like that. The one with Espo, for real. All right, where are we at here? Eggshells last. I know, don't wait for more people. I'm trying to get rid of that book. He's talking about the Revs book, which I will be handing away to someone on my Patreon. All right, now, so we're at Insane Fame. Eggshells last. Yes, the eggshell stickers, they last. They're good. Like I said, I see Chino has been putting some up real high, and the eggshells, it's like you won't be able to pick them things off. They'll crack and break before. They're great, smart. I personally don't get down like that. I don't like stickers. Eggshell or not, don't matter to me. All right. AC, but seriously, what do you think of Map? This fucking guy with Map again. All right, Darren, LOL. You gotta wait another 10 minutes. What do you think of Map? Map. Well, I see him up all over the place. Fucking guy, man. That's probably Sammy, too, my friend, D3. Like the other day with the split screen and shit. I was like, yeah, we'll go on. He was home. I'm here. I'm like, yeah, we're going to try and do the split screen thing. And he's over there fucking around. These people are trolling me, like what's do you know Johnny Pencil Dick or something like that? So then he goes and he's like, don't you see the button? It's right there to the left, the little red button. And I'm like pushing shit. And I'm like, oh. He's like, come on, man, it's right there. Fucking with me, man. You guys are a trip, man. It's funny, man. I get it, man. I used to fuck around a lot. I can't hate on you, man. I can't hate on you. All right, LOL. Done that. All right, done. That M that Map does is not garbage, to be real. I like the M that he does. That's one thing I'll tell you. I like that shit. It's pointy as fuck, but I like it. I like it. It's kind of weird to fill it in. It's almost like you don't have to fill that M in that Map does. The Map M36, I believe we're talking about, right? I like that Map. The M that he does is cool. Definitely. I never said nothing bad about it. I think it's one of the cooler fucking M's out. I mean, throw-ups, to be truthful with you, as far as it goes with like new age, like after the subways, yeah, it's cool. It's eye attracting, catches your eye. It looks good with a skinny cap. You don't even have to fill it in. It's perfect. It's like a tag. I like it. Yeah. If that's what you're asking, my opinion on it, I like it. I don't know the person. You got to ask another 5 minutes. What do you think about Map? By the end of this day, I'll be like, yo, fuck that dude, man. But I ever seen a... All right, where we at, Sin, dude. That M that Map is not is hot garbage to be real. I don't know. I like it, man. I like that M. I don't think it's hot garbage. I think it's cool and it's quick. You see, I come from that era. I forget who it was, man. I think it was men, actually. It's like, yeah, like you ever look at all the old school motherfuckers, man? They weren't doing 3D on their shit and all that fancy stuff, man. They slapped it on like EL3 and FN, FR, Sane, TOP, Cap. You look at, you don't sit there doing 3D on that shit, man. You just back, like real monster shit. And that's like where map is coming from, honestly. That's the way I see it. I like it. Yeah, it's just get it going, keep it going. And it's very persistent and clear. And he does them not so big. You don't see him going big, and that's the flaw that JA, I believe, suffers from. You never see either one of those guys really get outside their realm. You know what I mean? I don't like that. They're just doing small little things. But I mean, as far as it goes with the letter and what he does with it, I like it. He climbs a lot. He does it. Yeah, I have no bad feelings towards it whatsoever. All right. Now, giveaways work on paper is crazy. AC Rob, giving away works on paper is crazy. Yeah, no, I got all types of pencil sketches. I got drawings. I did it like John Wayne and shit like that at work. Roy Beatty from Blade Runner. Remember the original one? Rutger Hauer with the tears from the rain and shit like that. Yeah, I got all types of crazy drawings at work. And what am I going to do with them? You know? My son's an artist in his own right. He's not going to keep them. You know, I mean, he's far more like superior than me as far as it goes with in my eyes when it comes to artwork and stuff, you know. And I mean, I'm just keeping this shit around here. I'm getting ready to retire from my job and stuff like that. And, you know, I don't need all this shit no more. Like I'm 55 years old. And I've been doing this shit since I was like 13 years old, 12, 13 years old. And I don't kind of like lost interest in it. And I'll tell you, especially me coming on here and talk. Let me fix that. You guys looking in my closet there. But and even me coming on here and talking has actually dulled my enthusiasm for it, you know, to a certain degree. Yeah. I just don't. It doesn't rule me anymore. It's like I wouldn't go as far as to say I'll take it or leave it, but I could say I don't really pay attention to it in the streets when I'm going about my business. I used to do that. Like, oh, wow, you know, but I haven't done that for quite some time now. Yeah, it's not a full running force in my life. It's definitely not on a back burner either. It's just not up front no more. The graffiti scene to me, like the whole graffiti game, it's not even the same game. Like I said, if I was running around there playing my game, y'all would have me locked up years ago. So it's different, like the shit that I used to do and call graffiti and like what's going on now and all that. The giveaway works on paper. All right, tell the story about TK. Means last pieces, top to bottom pieces, making New York on trains. You were up on the outsides. I get into. I've actually done that. If you go back quite a few episodes, yeah. I believe that's the name of the episode. If you go back, all right. PE train outside. Yeah, all right. Art school priceless. All right, Darren, need that 357 one. Yeah, which one? All right, so good. All right, that's from art school. All right, pimp out blocks. How many gallons? How many gallons of what? Pimp out school. Maybe I'm talking a different. You might ask that a while ago because I was talking. All right, Jack Koff. RD sounds like me. He says his age and laughs like, nah, how did we get here? All right, that's from Jack Koff. All right. I just called out a jack off. You guys killing me. All right, Red Hood, ENY, Frank Shambella. I met Map a few times, haven't. Frank Campanella. I thought you said Shambella because I was actually just telling a story about Frank Shambella. Like I knew it Frank Chambell that wrote Sire, Sire. And then later on, Dave Bonet was writing Sire, Sire. Originally, it was Frank Chambell, like in the late 70s, early 80s. All right. Let me read this Frank Chambell. I met Mapp a few times, haven't seen him since 07 or 08. Hear a lot of hate about regardless of what cats say. You get busy.
Yeah, I mean, I don't get caught up in that shit. I don't give a fuck. Most of the people everyone hates are the people I get along with. But yeah, I don't know. I don't follow his history or not. And I'm just talking about what I see up. You know, I have heard rumors and stuff like that, but that's none of my business. There's rumors of me going around out there. You know what the fuck? Now, that'd be a cool episode. I was thinking about that the other day, like about fights, graffiti fights that I heard about throughout life, and whether they happened or not, it's a whole different story. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Like I heard about Comet and Is the Wiz. I heard about Ghost and Rich from RTW. You know, I heard a lot of funny ones. Yeah, a bunch of different good stories. All right, where were we? I read her favors. Like I said, I don't know. I got no ill will towards that dude, Matt. Never met him. Never did me wrong. He never went over me or anything. Jack off. RD, I just a fresh white chalk tag on a box truck lift gate this year. Stay busy, bro. Yeah, man. So I'm saying, my coffin ain't closed yet. All right, got him. Got he. My teeth too. These nuts. Can you show us some old marker? I want to see what I should get. I have no old marker here. I have nothing. No old markers. Just get one that's like I don't know what kind of ink you put in it. Sammy was actually you should go ask Sammy on DE. The number 3 TV, because he actually just got a bunch of this Pilot ink. He uses Pilot ink, and he just gets an empty marker that you could buy from like Michaels or Blick. You could buy an empty marker and fill it yourself with this Pilot ink, and you could buy the Pilot ink online. They still sell the good Pilot ink online. Other than that, I don't know what to tell you. How many gallons from the first time MQ went over you? And when it was like 3 or 4 gallons. It's funny you mentioned that. All right. What is this? From Pimpin' Out Blocks. All right. Small guy, can you I'm going to get back to you, Pimpin' Out Blocks. I just want to make sure I didn't miss anyone here. All right, Jack, fresh white chalk tag on the back of a box truck. Yeah, keep looking in that area. All right, small guy, can you show us some old marker technique? I told you I don't really keep old markers around. All right, set it off, RDG Lindau. All right, Jackoff, saw. Now, pimping out every block. How many gallons from first, then MQ went over you, and then you went back over? It was like 3 5-gallon buckets. Like last time I was showing the buckets, the gallon buckets, 3 of those filled. That's how much it took. And we even ran out, and my brother pistoned one of them to fill it up a little more so we wouldn't run out of paint. Yeah, you guys ask me this question every fucking time. I should just keep this bucket here and sit on it. Like 3 of these buckets. That's how much paint it took. 3 of those. And I still ran out. But I believe one of them might not have been all the way full. But 3 of them, and we ran out. My brother pistoned one of them, was stirring around. And it actually worked. It got us through. So 15 gallons, if that's your question. Yeah, those are 5 gallons each. 3 of them, 3, 5, 10, right? 15, right? Yeah, 3 gallons, 15. All right. So, yeah, how many? So, yeah, exactly 3 of them. The first time
I don't know. The first time it took a lot, man.
There was a lot of sketching and figuring it out too. So, but the last time when MQ went over it, yeah, it was about 3 gallons because he had just painted it too, so it was easy to roll right over it. I was actually just talking to MQ. He's going to come on here one day. I was just talking to him yesterday, like on Instagram. He got at me. He was watching my show or something like that. I told him, "Yeah, come on." So yeah, MQ said, "Yeah, I'll come on. Sure, why not?" So yeah, after he had painted it, I could roll right over that shit. It was easy peasy. The first time I did it, it was like fucking. It was like 3 times 5, man. Yeah, it was like 5. Yeah, it was fucking a lot, man. It was like 5 of these fucking 3. It was like 5 of these instead of 3 of them, man. Yeah, a lot of fucking paint. But that shit was raw wall, like brick wall. All right. And love memory of Joe Cock, the original matchstick man. Hell yeah, man. Joe Cock was the shit. Yeah, that's funny too. Like, Sal, I saw him on there. Yeah, he goes, "Good evening." Crook's on there too. Got Pilot. Yeah, Pilot ink. See, he was answering you guys' questions about the ink. But that's amazing how, we're talking with D3, Sammy, and how he actually knows people that, knew us and stuff, and just through shouting out names on here. We're like, yeah, I remember that. And, that's because it's criminals. Like, it's really a small society within all these boroughs. And when things are getting moved around and stolen and sold and flipped and flopped and all that crazy shit, it's really just a circular of people. Like, as a matter of fact, I just watched Mayor Adams do a thing about the shoplifting maybe 2 weeks ago. And they say it's only like 315 criminals that are doing like these 35, like, what was it, like 3,500? It's like just 350 dudes and girls like that are doing the largest bulk of this shit. Like literally like 75% of the shoplifting is 350 people. Yeah, the numbers, I'm just shooting it off my head, but yeah, it was something like that. It was pretty fucking incredible. But it's literally like groups of people that are just, you get your money spent, boom, boom, boom. Yeah, it's almost like grifters or gypsies or something like that. But like he knows people way out in Brooklyn. Although I know they did live out in Brooklyn. They had property here and they had property over there or some shit like that. So it's not that far fetched. But it's still amazing how it's a whole different borough and shit like that. Just going live, a name pops up. Same with Demo. When someone was talking about Demo on here, and I said, "Do they mean Demo TPA or Demo from Uptown?" Demo Jimmy James is TPA from out in Queens. Then you had Demo from Uptown. They said Uptown this time. I was like, yeah, I know him. Then as I clicked off and I was here with Sammy, I said, wow, I just remembered, like someone had just told me he passed away like a couple of months ago. My next door neighbor. So, on my thing I just dropped with me doing the little clay Nosferatu, I mentioned Bobby Angus. Yeah, rest in peace. Yeah, he was from Uptown there, Isaacs and stuff like that. But yeah, it's interesting how everything's connected, through criminals. Like, yeah, for criminals that wrote graffiti. Privacy, we want privacy. Yeah, right. Literally, how many gallons of paint? Yeah, there we go with that one already. All right, I seen an RD near Patsy's restaurant near Broadway and 56th Street. Went on a truck. All right. Let me try and get to where I was. I want to read all you guys' shit. Damn, I'm hunched over because I got this thing on a chair. Let me lift it up a little bit. There we go. Right? Yeah. I could just look at this damn monitor up there, but all right, pilots. All right, that's when Sally Crook. And good evening, Sal. Crook. Get a pilot. Yeah. Yeah. As far as it goes with markers and inks, you get yourself a pilot marker, and then you can order the pilot ink. Put it in there. You can even pull out all the guts of that pilot one. Yeah, get rid of all that cotton inside there. You don't need that shit. You can make a tip out of it. All right. Red Envy. My coffin ain't closed yet. Goated. Fuck yeah. Goated. I'm the frog now. Fucking realist OG. You like that. After I got caught, I was fucking around with Skid. This is a funny one. You guys are going to kick out of this.
like Skid and OJ and them. Um, yeah, we go hopping around a little bit. And I'm like, no, I'll just be a lookout, this time. So like, fuck, man. I wrote frog, and like, what the fuck is that? That's my new thing. Like, frog? Yeah, they were fucking with me. I started practicing on paper and shit. I'm like, yeah, he's the fucking realest OG. You got it? I don't know. They didn't think that shit. But him and OJ, they were kind of making fun of me. So I did my wild style that I did, a little bit here and there, and I called it that. But yeah, it was funny, the frog. And they were making fun of me, the frog. You better watch out. Here comes the frog. Craziest cat in Minute Mouse and shit. Hey, see here, frog. Shit, the smell of success. It's from Jackoff. All right. Art school, craziest chase story. I don't know. Let me just answer some questions. I could be all night talking about getting chased. The craziest chase story in Manhattan? That would have to be that, what is it, that Harry and Margot, the Prince, 2-hour chase to Manhattan. Mary Margot and Prince Harry or whatever. That was a chase. All right. You ever use whiteout pens? What your favorite type of marker? I've used whiteout pens for like shine lines and artwork and stuff like that, and like pieces and stuff like that, and piece books. I've used on a few skateboards. Yeah, now my favorite markers, I don't know, I was a savage, man. I made a bunch of my shit, and just like whatever metal shell that fucking ink wouldn't melt was good for me, man. So as long as it's about 2 fingers thick, I don't give a fuck. I preferred like the old Nijis and the big metal canistered ones. Those were nice. They had a couple of old companies that went out of business. It's like for me to talk about it, it'd be like speaking Greek or something, They had some good ones. Hell, I didn't even take, the little white pilot ink ones, the little white Pentels. I used to take them things, pop it out, and just stick a tip in that fucking thing and fill it up with ink. Yeah, every 2 or 3 tags, I just squirt a bunch of ink in it. I've used fucking cans, beer cans even. Stuck a sock in the fucking thing, just squirt a bunch of ink on it. Yeah. All right. You ever use whiteout pens? We've been there. All right. Presidential Luke. Can a Patreon member win the giveaway twice? Yeah. I mean, I don't give a fuck. If the person wins, like I only do it a couple of times a month. So if the person wins one day and then wins again like in a week or two, yeah, that's just a toss of the dice. But I mean, if it happens every single time, like might as well just start mailing it to you, Yeah. Is that some kind of a default switch there or something? You guys are scheming on my shit. But I don't see any reason why there would be a problem. As fair as I put the thing on. I say, here you go, like this. I go on my Patreon. I say, here you go. This map here. I'm going to be giving this away. All right? That's what I say. And I give it away. The first person that comments that they would like to own it or confirm that they're the first person in any order. Some people might not want to say that I would like to have that. Oh, hail RD and all that shit. Just say, oh, give me that shit. I want it. And you got it. I mail it out to you on my dime, no matter where you fucking live. Yeah, a couple of times a month on my Patreon. That's how it goes down. Right now, I'm going through a couple of stickers. I just showed it back there. But I'm going to actually post this one because I feel like I fucked you guys up with my little clay statue. You guys came on Sunday, they all shit, start talking about Bobby Angus, rest in peace, this and that. And I'm like, here you go. I start making my little Nosferatu. But I like fucking with clay, man. I'll tell you, I really do. I had fun with clay. Just that one particular time, my son has this clay here. I found and just started digging with it. Now, I remember down in Jamaica, I think I just said this earlier when there was not many people in the room. When I was living down in Jamaica during the rain season, I'd take a lot of mushrooms.
There's nothing to do. It's like the sun don't come out. It like rains for a couple of months straight. Like just fucking rains. So I eat a bunch of these mushrooms and I pick them off with cow shit. Eat these fucking things. You trip like a motherfucker. But you shit like water, man. Yeah. I remember I even saw worms coming out for real. The fuck you out of it. Yeah. I was taking it like that for like a month or two straight. Yeah, I take all these mushrooms. And then like these dudes, they would actually dig up their own clay from the earth. And then they would make these little like knickknacks for tourists to buy. And they'd go up about 50 miles up onto the tourist path. And they would sell it to tourists. And it's pretty much mud. And I would hang out with them and I'd be tripping on shrooms. I actually worked for them for free for like 5 months straight, 4 months straight. Yeah, for free. I was just like, oh, man, I'll do it. Like, yeah, it's like I'd just be tripping balls and I'd just be fucking with huge mounts of clay like this. And I'd just be heaving it. That's why my forearms are like, people always say, Dad, I got like Popeye forearms. But I'd be like this, ooh. Oh, wigging out on the mushrooms and shit. You make chunks of clay. I mean, they make cute little things. They make like Rastafari and things. And tourists would buy them, and that's how these people would stay afloat and be able to live. So I would just hang out with them and help them out. I remember we would go with these like pickup trucks down to like the swamp area almost, and they would fill up buckets like these. Once again, like these things. With this clay, and would throw them on the back of a pickup truck and go and take off. That's how much clay they'd pull out straight up out of the earth and shit like that. They'd water it down. I'd also do that with them. We'd just put it in like a cheese sack, like a burlap sack, like a rice bag sack. Yeah, and soak it through and get all the debris out, the little sticks and seashells you'd have in there sometimes little snails and shit like that. You weave all that out, you get the pure clay. And I'd sit there kneading it. And I'd be like, for hours, just sit all fucked up on mushrooms, yeah. Oh, man, good times. But yeah, I made some funny things, but nothing to write home about. But I was having fun with that little Nosferatu. You have a right with that. Can a Patreon member win giveaways twice? Yes, to the best of my knowledge, yeah. Pilot Inc. works good. Yeah, that's what Sammy just got a whole mess of that shit, man. Yeah, he had it here in the house, in my house here. He was showing me. I'm like, yo, but that green label shit sucks. She's like, no, look, it's got the yellow label on it. I'm like, wow, that's good stuff. But yeah, they still got that shit. It's still out there. G. Lindell, good to see you again, Sal. Yeah, it's good to see you again, Sal. All right. I seen a RD near Patsy's restaurant near Broadway and 56th Street. Yeah, it is on a truck, right? Or Mean Street. All right. Yeah, you can look at that spot a lot, man. I've been G'ing off. All right. Sal Crook, thanks, G. G. Lindell, just to let the newcomers, we have TBK Legend Crook in the house. Hell yeah. What? Blow the horn, right? Yeah. Crook. All right. What else do we got here? Jack Cough, 3 gallons, 5 dudes, 7 hours. Yeah, that's about right. Well, that thing behind the heliport. Wait, how many? 7 hours? No, it took a couple days. Yeah, it wasn't 7 hours. 7, 14. It took like 3 days. It's close to almost 20 hours. 14 hours, 20 hours. Yeah, it took a couple of days. The first day we got there kind of late because the tramway goes back and forth. And I get most of the lettering down, straightened out, and all that shit. And the bottom is getting painted in a lot because there's people there that can paint the bottom. I'm scheming on doing the top and this and that. Sun comes up, we go home. Next time we go back out there, getting more down to work, boom, boom, bash, filling everything in. I climb out from there, run up the bridge, look at it, make sure everything looks filled in good, make sure both letters are the same size and everything. Then I run back down the bridge, back across from 2nd Avenue, 1st Avenue, York Avenue, run across the FDR Drive, go behind the heliport, start painting again. And while I'm doing that, there would also be people that were continuing to paint at that time. And then that went on, the sun went down, came back up. Boom, broke out. Third time I went back just because I had a bunch of extra little fucking cans of spray paint that was down in Tishman. So I went back over there and started filling it in with dots and stuff like that. Just from extra paint that I had laying around. I figured, it's just big white letters. I could throw in a bunch of colors. And that's the first time I did it. So that particular time, 3 times. The first time I went 3 times, and about 14 hours, 20 hours, if you really look at it all in all. For the first time, but that's always the hardest because you got to do all the math. And like I said, the wall was raw. It wasn't painted up that high. It's never been painted up that high before. So I'm painting on raw cement and everything. All right. I seen the RD in the Apache's restaurant. All right. It's good to see Crooks in the house. Blah, blah, blah. 3 gallons, 5 dudes, 7 hours. All right. It was more than that. All right. And the circle gets busy. From Jackhoff, Presidential Luke. That'll be an epic if you get MQ on. Yeah, that'd be cool, right? Sal Crook, Pole. All right, Jack Clough. Light up, fam. Jack Clough, Frog, LFG. Art, School Frog, skateboards are from New York City. All right, Mr. Chop Top. Man, where you get that shirt from, RD? Take her out of right, the movie, the magazine. Yeah, we went through that at the beginning. Yeah, I didn't think I was putting this shirt on, and I was saying, for my thing, and my son's like, "You think anyone will get it?" I said, "I don't know. They'll probably think that we mean heavy metal music rather than like heavy metal, the movie or the Art Illustrated magazine." All right, so that's kudos to you for noticing that. Heavy metal. From Skateboard Man, where you get that shirt from? Insane Fame. Any Central Booking Stories? Yeah, I've been down there. That's from Insane Fame. Any Central Booking Stories? Yeah, I could get into that one day. Moose, in a previous interview, you talked about how you learned to manipulate the mechanics of fear when you went out bombing. Can you expand on that? I kind of do throughout my videos if you really pay attention. I could definitely do a video on that in the near future. To sit here breaking that down now, it's what time? I got work tomorrow. I've already been on for like an hour. I could definitely do that one day. All right, JI1650 star 23. Yo, MQ, if you were watching, remember the time I went in San Francisco painting all night with Simmer doing blow. I don't know what you mean by that. That's JI1650 star 23. All right, now we're at Dogs BX456. I'll take the map. I dug the thug first. Well, Bronx BX456. That's if you're on my Patreon, and I actually show that map at that time and say I'm giving it away. I was just showing you an example there, buddy. Funny guy. I'll take that map. I dug the thug first. RD, if you could go back in time, what would you change and anything about the graph execution? Yeah, I definitely would have hit the one trains more. I would have concentrated on more pieces, more wild style burners. Definitely would have tried to pull off a couple of whole car blockbusters on the one train. Definitely regret that. All right. Do you have a subway map with this guy map on it? If not, it would become one of your life goals. No, I actually believe I do have one from, I do actually have one, I swear, buried in here. I actually do have one with one of those M's on it. I have one at Baal, Baal, my man Baal, and Hojo, and Map, and me on it. Yeah, but I didn't meet them. They were already on it when they handed me the map. And I have one of them sitting right here. Yes. So, all right. Jonathan Freeloader, them Jamaica stories are dope, RD. Should dedicate a story time for that. Yeah, I was thinking about that, but I don't know. Some of it's a little touchy and a little emotional and stuff. I try to stay in a happy space over here, but I could do that. Yeah. Anxiety offline FB. You ever smoke dabs or Rossin? I don't know what the fuck that is, bro. Anxiety offline FB. Did I ever smoke dabs or rosin?
I have no idea what you're talking about, dude. That must be some new shit y'all are fucking with. No, I guess not. I don't know what it is. What the fuck? Dabs are basically herb crack, but heavily. I don't know, man. I don't know. All right, Adrian Resolu. Yo, RD, what up? JIONE 650. Delete my comment. What the fuck? Who deleted it? Where's your comment? JI1. I'll go back to JI1. Yo, MQ, if you're watching, remember the time we were in San Francisco painting all night with Simmer doing blow. Delete my comment. What the fuck? I'm not going to delete your comment. Do you plan on having another art show anytime soon? Not really, man. I mean, normally when you come on here and you start doing some kind of platform like this, the art world really don't look at you too seriously anymore. I was never big on all that shit anyway. Yeah, I just do what I have fun with. You know, like I made that thing of clay the other day. All right, so anxiety offline, LOL. It's weed concentrate. So weed concentrate. I still don't know what you mean. Like concentrate orange juice. I said, if you could go back in time, would you or would you not just let whatever happened in the tunnel when Jay was making noise? All right, let me see. If you could go back in time, would you or would you not just let whatever happen in the tunnel when Jay was making noise? I don't know. I mean, I could sit back and think hee hee ha ha, but I don't know. It really wasn't that big a deal to me. Like graffiti, it really wasn't. Like you see all these people talking all this shit. It's all bullshit, man. They're all a bunch of lying bastards, man. Like I don't know. I really never followed the shit like that, man. All right, anxiety or faint. Can you make a video sometime about graffiti stories involving your fixed gear? Yeah, I had some pretty wicked chases on there. PK used to bug out at me. He's like, damn, you rock that shit like a mountain bike. I'm going through like fucking Astoria Park, like under the Hellgate and shit like that. And in Queens. Yeah, I could do that anxiety offline. Art school was 90s Krylon the best spray paint? No. All right. Moose, hell yeah. Julian Mastroianni. 90s pieces or nowadays graffiti pieces. Be truthful, I really wasn't paying much attention to them in the 90s either. I preferred the shit on the subways, like the IRTs and stuff like that, pieces wise. All right. But I guess also in the 90s, like we had FX and them starting out. And it was a pretty interesting time as far as it goes with style and people having time to actually sit there and do it. Like, yeah, a bunch of good shit. So I would probably have to say the 90s was more experimental than now with less like supplies. All right, so I just answered that question to Massaroni, Julian. All right, Sally Brook, the Krylon in the 80s was a great paint. Yeah, I like that. That's mainly what I used, more so than Rust-Oleum. A lot of the places I was stealing from were more Krylon based. I think Krylon was distributed a lot more than Rust-Oleum and spray paint. But yeah, I used a lot of Krylon. I used to love them shits, the beige, the aqua, all that shit. What about that semi-flat black? The semi-flat black? Ay! That shit was sweet. Yeah. Put a nice little bubble cap on that shit. Yeah, that's some nice stuff to write on insides with. Yeah, that's from Crook. Art school. Mid 90s Krylon, New York City, Fat Cap was good like that. I don't know. I don't remember the Krylon from the 90s. At that point in the 90s, I was using white Rust-Oleum on gates with just. So I was strictly using white. And when I was doing them big silver blockbusters, I would use that cheap fucking not town and country. I can't even remember the name. The Home Depot brand. It's like 98 cents a can. I used to like that silver, but that shit'll kill your lungs, man. I'll ask a serious question. Why are there more females doing graph and street art today compared to back in the day? I think because a lot of the men that are doing it aren't far off from being a damn female. So that's pretty much it. It's become a feminine thing. Like you see all the stuff. I know I don't say that word right. Feminine, aluminum, certain words I fuck up. Yeah. Yeah, I just think that like even a lot of this shit that I'm talking about on here, like criminals that wrote graffiti and like that whole aspect of graffiti, you don't see it no more. You don't see no wars and beefs and fighting and all this and that, and people robbing each other's shit and all that. It's like one big happy family, like just trying to fuck the governments or something like that. It's different game altogether. So. So nowadays, more females are doing it than males. Probably just it's first off, you got more like that female movement has gotten stronger. Like I am a woman, hear me roar, and all that shit. Um, women's rights and their equality and the place in the world and this and that. They're trying to be noticed and heard and stuff like that. So. It's a shame you got them dudes running around chopping their cocks off and stealing all their trophies in the Olympics and stuff like, in the athletic fields, but that's what it is. So that's it for that. I just believe it's women's ways of expressing themselves. All right. Adrian Rezola. I want to get it right. I hate pronouncing names wrong. Adrian Resulio. I got caught throwing up by the cops and not sure if I should change my name. What do you think? I don't know. It depends on what you got caught doing, who caught you, and how much of a big stink they made about it, and how important you are to them. Like, is that the first time? Like, is your name everywhere? Like if your name is everywhere and you're like writing up police cars and you're like, fuck this shit, man, this, that, and running around creating nightmares for people, then yeah, you should probably change your name. But if you're just some fly by night guy that doesn't really write much and just happened to suck at writing and you got caught, I wouldn't worry about it too much. All right. So now, Mr. Chop Top, how was your weekend, man? My weekend was all right. It was pretty good. I Doug the Thug first. RD, if you lose any more hair, you could do a whole car piece on your forehead. Yeah, I got the Mickey Mouse ears going on, right? This shit's going. But you gotta realize too, I'm leaning like this to read the thing, but like Beavis and Butthead, right? You ever see that shit goes up like that, right? Like Tweety Bird. Oh shit. What do we got here? Laugh my ass off. Facts. Let me see how you look when you're 55, dude. Who is New York's worst mayor, Dinkins or Adams? I actually have to say, I see Adams trying to put his foot down, but, it's a Democratic state. So he knew what he was getting into when he said he was going to be mayor. And I see him trying, honestly, but that shit ain't going to do nothing for no one. Like, so the fuck what? So I don't know. Dinkins, I think he played it safe. Dinkins, he just skated through pretty much. He didn't enforce anything or do anything really. Adams, I could see he's getting fed up, man. I could see it in his speeches. He's like, "Yo, enough with this shit, man. This is crazy." I think people in general are starting to see it. Like, yeah. Like what? Like, how is this happening? Like, yeah, people are starting to bug out. And you got renting problems in this city, homelessness, and that's before all this stuff with the migrants and state. But that rule was put into effect when life was good. People don't ever think the day is going to come until it comes, and here it is. Boom. All right. Yo, RD, do you still wear that man purse when you go outside? I don't know what you're talking about, man purse. The 9797. I don't use a bag at all when I go out. I was using a fanny pack when I hurt my hip. Maybe that's what they're talking about. But yeah, my hip got better and I stopped using it because I would put my wallet in the fanny pack. Other than that, but then my hip got better. Yeah, like my hip was hurting like crazy once. I was like, yo, what the fuck? Like, I got good coverage and shit, so I'm not stupid, man. I go right to the doctor. I start feeling something's wrong with me. I don't fuck around, man. I go right to the doctor. I'm not one of them dudes. Oh, no, no. Like, you look at Timmy Barron, 357, man. Dude got bit by a tick, man. Next thing you know it, like, he's walking with a cane and shit before he even goes to the doctor. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Like, you should go to the doctor, Yeah, same with Reggie, the dog man. What is it? Park River Houses up there in the Bronx. Reggie, the guy I used to get all the dogs with. Yeah, he died of fucking ruptured appendix or some shit like that. Like, yo, people don't even die from that shit in third world countries, man. He was like complaining about stomach ache. Oh, man, my stomach hurts. My stomach hurts. Before you know it, he's fucking dead, man. Say, yeah, man. My fucking stomach hurts. I go to the fucking doctor, man. I'm like, go, dude, my stomach hurts. Fuck that. Yo, straight up, I ain't gonna lie. I ever paint with Super Cool 223. That's from art school. Super Cool 223. No, never did. All right, Danker1. What up, RD? Not much, chilling. What a fuck you, fooey, whatever. Great answer. Agree. I am of the age where I can fall asleep in a chair sitting up. Don't judge, not when I was younger. Yeah, I agree with you on that. All right, Carlos Chavez. Seen pic of you wearing the same. Seen a pic of you warring with Sane and Smith, legendary beef. I don't know about that. I went over them a few times when they went over me. Just when the shit, like I've actually bumped into them in layups and yeah, just layups pretty much. Underground, elevated platform layups. The sixes, I bumped in them. The R's, I bumped in them down on the Tishman. I never fucked with them. I went over them when they started fucking around with going over them. Actually, I think that's actually after that one died. I believe Sane. That's after Sane died that I went over that. Because that's not them. That was like JA that did that shit or something. I know what you're talking about. Just like I went over Dondi. People, oh, yo, you went over Dondi. I didn't go over Dondi. I went over that shit Revolt and Zephyr did. Fucking about, doing that Dondi crap. I went over a tribute to him. All right. Great answer. All right. Carlos Chavez, picking on him. I Mr. Chop Top. Yeah, he's talking about the pack. LOL. Who's talking about what pack? Art school. Great answer. Ray DeMarco, what did you see? What did you use to hold your paint around? That's different. Well, right, with lace in the tunnels, we're using knapsacks, book bags, like school bags, like Jansport bags, shit like that. Carry-on luggage bags, gym bags. If we're riding on bicycles, the same thing. Yeah, pretty much Jansport type bags, like mountain climbing bags type shit, gym bags, zip up bags. What did you? All right, let's talk about the pack. Oh, you're talking about the pack with me and Sammy, right? Yeah, we get into that. Next time he comes on, man, you got to remind him. Next time D3 comes on, be like, yo, talk about the pack. Because I will refresh his memory. He'll be like, oh, shit, you're right. Ryan DeMarco, what did you use to haul your paint around? Answer that. All right, Alex Rodriguez, favorite movie set? I don't know what you mean by that. In New York City. Favorite movie set in New York City. I don't know what you mean by that. I see they film that New Amsterdam all the time, right, in Bellevue, and they put down a New Amsterdam rug. But if you look in the floor, what would be the word for that when they put the rocks in the floor? Uh, Almost like stained glass windows. But it says Bellevue in the tiling of the floor, the tiles. But then they put a rug that says New Amsterdam right over the Bellevue. I film in that all the time, right across it. It's always got the trucks out there and stuff. In my last thing, I was explaining where they filmed The Godfather when they had Marlon Brando in the hospital with Michael Corleone outside with the guy. And he's in the hospital. He's wheeling him around the hospital. That was the men's shelter over there on 30th Street. I was talking about that the other day. I was on the set for Godzilla, the one with Matthew Broderick in it. If you got the DVD and before you hit play, you'll see me with an umbrella go like that as a fucking Godzilla footstep comes down. Heroes with Henry Winkler. I've seen him filming that on the tramway. Sex in the City. I was on the ferry. They were holding that shit out in the water. I'm like, yo, this shit's kidnapped. And they had that dude come up to me, the tall fella. Man, I don't give a fuck, man. You got to get me out of here, man. I got to go to the other side. I really didn't have nothing to do. I was just going to go meet my mother and stuff like that. But, I was kicking up a big fuss. Like, oh, what the fuck, man? I don't give a fuck about your fucking TV show, man. But yeah, they had us out there like 25, 30 minutes almost. Normally, a ferry's like 15, 20 minutes. But, it's like they had it out there and it was shooting slow and stuff like that. Certain parts of it you weren't allowed to go on because of the camera crew and stuff. I don't know. They're filming some shit over here right now. All right. So I don't know if that's what you mean by movie set. Do I know Ovi? I know of Ovi. I've met Ovi a few times. Ovi's helped me get rid of a blood python, a snake I had, a blood python. Through him, a friend of his took the blood python off my hands through Ovi. And that blood python I got for the Cuervo's dwarf caiman, like a little crocodilian. But so I know of Ovi. I've met him a few times. All right, school. I believe for every drop of rain that falls, a flower grows. So let me go through that again at art school. I believe for every drop of rain that falls, a flower grows. I don't know about every drop of rain. That's like saying there's a wall for every canvas that's painted. AC at Crook, word up, the 80s Krylon. Yeah, that was good shit. Let me see where we at now. I favor marker ink. We just went through that. Look, I'm going to get out of here, guys. I've been on here long enough, man, like an hour and a half, all right? So take care of yourselves. Like I said, I just went on here because I felt like you guys got screwed on Sunday with my little episode of me doing the Nosferatu, the clay thing. Let me show you one more time. I'll have him sign you out. You guys ask me, oh, you ever do sculptors? Do you ever work with this? Do you ever work like that? So I said, yeah, let me come on and work with some clay. You fucking scumbags. Yeah, it's cool, right? All right, guys. Yo, have a good one, man. Peace. Right, let me say goodbye. A couple of you guys are coming up here now. All right, peace. All right, that's from, who's that from? What the fuck, Fuku Falls? Doug the Thug Fist. RD, go take a nap. Oh, RD, please tell us adventures in Soho. I don't have any. I'm sorry, I can't help you there, buddy. Yo, RD, please tell us about your bisexual adventures in Soho. Yeah, I don't fuck around like that, man. Not me. All right. Anxiety offline. Sit it off. Moses. Ha 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 ha. Anxiety offline. Peace out, RD. All right, Mr. Chop later, RD. Take care, man. Sick shirt. Thank you. Yeah, like I said, me and my son were. Yo, Bobby, you know the shirt? 2 people asked about it. They're like, yo, that's a good shirt. Yeah. I was like, they'll probably think it means like heavy metal music. All right, later, RD, take care. Sick shirt. All right, Adrian, deuces, RD, peace out, man. King Nosferatu. All right. All right, where we at? All right, guys, you have a good one, man. Peace out. Wait, one more guy. See you, bro. Peace, Darren. One more guy. RD, jumping jacks. Jumping jacks on a D. Jumping jacks on a D. I'm Ella Fry, small fry.